So we're at the Ambush studio. Come in. We're Ambush Design. We weren't originally a jewelry brand. You know, we're more known for making these jewelries and, you know, such. For our line Ambush, everyone knows the, you know, the small power ring, but I had a 4-finger, I wanted to make a 4-finger ring that looked like, you know, like American comic, like POW. So it was like just filled up my whole finger, and, you know, that kind of became our signature piece. That's when we started becoming known as a, you know, a jewelry brand, I guess. If you want to take it way back, we met back in college.
Started music. So he had to come back to Tokyo. I was still in the States. And then I was gonna move to New York, and he told me, if you wanna go there, why don't you just come out to Tokyo and try something new. So I was like, okay, if you find me something to do, I'll go. And it's been 9 years.
I'm in a group called m-flo. We came out with our first record in 1999, debuted in Japan, and I'm also involved in another group called Teriyaki Boys. When you do music, you just automatically get into fashion. If you're into fashion, you want to have something to do with music. I started making pieces for myself, but with the buzz that came along, I started getting orders, you know. Artists from Japan obviously order, but, you know, things start kicking off when Kanye asked us to make him chains, and, you know, Big Sean asked us to make him chains, and, you know, and then from there, it's kind of history, you know. Things started picking up and got kind of crazy. I met Kanye when he was visiting Japan for a Fendi party. We're in some Japanese restaurant, and I had my chain on, you know, that we made for a brand. And he was just like, yo, where'd you get that chain? And I was like, oh, you know, I made it for myself. He's like, I need the same thing, bigger. So I was like, okay, cool.
They kind of coexist, don't they? Music and fashion, you know. Depending on what genre you're into, you start getting into the way you start dressing like your favorite rock stars or, you know, musicians and things like that. And from that, you start learning more about, you know, the cultural side of it. But at the same time, we're creators, so we don't want the same thing as our next person.
In Japan, fashion, if you will, is like really broad, you know? It doesn't have to look like hip hop, or it doesn't have to look like so-and-so. It's like very wide range. So some of the designs that she would do, it's very, you know, mode, but then kids could rock it with sneakers, you know? It doesn't look weird with some army fatigues or something, like, you know? So it's like some element to the brand that allows it to go in different directions, you know? I think that's what people find fun about Ambush.
Like, the way we look at things is much different, and I think that's where our taste is coming out a little bit, because I don't think like a trained person, but more, I guess, from the left field, like, you know, why not this, why not that? Because I mean, obviously, we don't make pieces that's just really easy to understand, and for people to notice it and then, you know, want it, that's like really, it's like flattering.